Virtus Pro's turn to pick.
Radiant team pick.
NIP's turn to pick.
Just have to get that pipe first.
If it's the 3, like we said.
If it is the 3, yeah, they might sort something else onto the offlane that's going to be able to more naturally just build up the pipe. Maybe Ogre gets greedy in that support role and tries to get away with the Midas from there.
I think it's probably Saksa, Nyx, and PPD, Ogre, and just like playing in the safe lane, but I'm not too sure. Teams all kind of vary quite a lot.
5 seconds remaining.
Rubik also doesn't look that bad if they want to play that as like a 4, but then you have awkward here.
Well, for NIP, they got Rubik, Nyx, these 2 supports, is that?
It's just, but you're versus Sanking, you're versus Lesh. These are like the best heroes to steal spells from.
And you can become the SD as well.
Yeah,
I see what you're saying.
You know,
I see what you're saying.
It can maybe like Rubik Ogre doesn't. I mean, it doesn't sound amazing, but it doesn't sound terrible. But then your Nyx is safe. Like, yeah, never mind. It's too awkward to play. But it looks amazing, the spells that you can get right now. They're using a lot of time here, so they're probably this is where they're deciding. It's like, all right,
sure,
where are we putting this?
Yeah, like, I want to play Rubik now.
Like Saksa used to play it so much.
Yeah, he's bang out smash.
Wow, they are really running the clock.
PPD, he's thinking hard, and he's come up with the Witch Doctor.
Okay. So that's the decision they made. Yeah, we were saying like they're gonna decide their 3, 4, 5s. So that's the 5 position.
I mean, this hero I think is still fantastic. I mean, you've seen 3 heroes that don't really want to be building a BKB. Maledict is always going to be that crazy spell, along with Paralyzing Cask against heroes that don't want to get the BKBs.
The heal's nice too, and it's just a strong laner for Sanking. I think I saw.
Sure, it sort of balances out the damage over time that Lesh is going to be kicking.
Yeah, I saw Vici run Ogre plus Witch Doctor, and the Witch Doctor had a couple levels in heals. I think it was Vici at least. It was at the end of the night, so I was just like trying to watch all the games. But it was a lot of healing. Like it was actually counteracting a lot of the damage, and this Ogre was insane because of it. Like he's so tanky, and then a Witch Doctor heal just constantly going on him. And yes, can be a strong laner versus.
Naga
that's
Naga
nice.
Siren
Naga.
There's nothing really for them to deal with illusions out of these 3 heroes on Ninjas in Pajamas.
Yeah, they're gonna have to.
They've got to pick some big sort of illusion killing cores.
Ember, so much stun. I don't know actually. Ember's always like one of those that instantly stands out versus the Naga Siren. Zeus was one that you've been always wanting versus Zeus, didn't you?
Nah.
No, not versus that.
Okay.
Fine.
Zeus? No.
5 seconds
Don't play
remaining.
Zeus.
Gotta get some clear. Ember's risk.
Yeah.
But
they haven't got much time. They use so much from that 3rd pick that they've got to think fast here, NIP.
my god, they might need to get a BKB builder too as well to stun and disable. Okay, so that's BKB builder, high damage, can clear, but will take time.
And not necessarily a hero you want to get the BKB that early on, right? You still need. I mean, what can you get away with going? What, phase drums BKB? Phase drum or
Maybe
Asher BKB?
Maybe you could go for just the drum into the BKB. Sounds kind of, but you might need to. It just that sends you a weird timing versus Naga. I think you might just have to get Maelstrom.
Because you don't have that. There's no saving here, right? I get with that Voodoo Restoration it's something, but there's no one that can disrupt you, take you out of a fight. You are going to be vulnerable when you're turning up. If your lineup around you aren't the first to land the stuns, as soon as Fnatic are able to get in.
Dire team ban.
That's the Ember ban. Okay, so I guess it's just because there's so much to disable on Fnatic.
Well, that is the thing, right? Yeah.
Like,
even though Fnatic banned the Ember,
right?
Yeah. If NIP, if they did want the Ember, they would definitely have picked it over the Gyro, because there's no way that the Gyro is getting banned.
Maybe they wanted heroes that can benefit from Bloodlust. And Ember doesn't really benefit from Bloodlust. He gets the movement speed, sure, but the attack speed is kind of mediocre on him. Maybe. I'm trying to think. Because Gyro, Bloodlust is incredible, right? So.
Dire team pick.
TA?
Wow. go morph. Build Ags. Become the Gyro. Win the game.
Versus too much. I think ST.
You know, double flat cannon. Goodbye illusions.
So much disable. Shadow.
You think you can't do the morph? It would be weird having the morph with the Gyro on the same lineup.
Too slow.
Oh, the Alchemist was still there. It was still there. And they'll take it. They'll take that one as the final one.
Oh, Alchemist was still in the pool.
Yeah, it was still there. It was forgotten about so far this draft. No one had touched it. So they get a 5th pick Alch.
There is a Shadow Demon versus the Alch. I feel like that's one of the good ones. You soul catch him and you chunk him down. They have a lot of disable too. High damage.
It is good. It's going to be nice, right, against the Naga Siren and Disillusions. You're going to be getting the Radiance. You've got the Acid Spray as well, which works super nicely with the flat cannon.
And they've got fast pace, right? Like Gyro, I think the reason we've been seeing Gyro getting picked up now is because he goes phase drum, hits level 6, runs around and just kills, kills non-stop while your Alchemist gets space.
Gets the Alchemist easily the space to make Radiance and Blink and get involved or continue to just make use of the space that Gyro and the rest of the team is creating.
I think we've seen that build like almost every time, right? The Radiance into the Blink dagger and then they like get a couple kills and then they just
Radiance,
pop out
Blink,
of Manta.
Standard stuff from the out. Let's see Fnatic, final pick, still needing that, what I'd imagine to be that secondary core. Depending of course whether Lesh and the Sand King are going to be playing. Let's have a look. And it will be the SF to close things up.
Oh, that's fun.
The Arbed SF fits in, and it will be, Fado's going to be playing the Gyro because they do want to keep Ace on the Alchemist.
You can't put him mid versus the SF.
Well, I was going to say, there's no way this Gyro's going mid, is it? Or you think the Gyro will go mid?
Gyro mid. Right.
So does Gyro not get dumpstered by an SF?
You missile him and you can secure your last hits, right?
Yeah, but then just... Okay. I mean, I was... Your base damage is so terrible, right? After there's a few souls on the SF.
I've just been seeing the rise of the Gyrocopter, at least inside the middle lane and everything like that. Too.
We'll see how far they can do. See how far they can do against Arbed SF.
Okay, so... There's a lot of damage on Fnatic. A lot. Lash, Sand King,
they
SF,
have a lot of ways to blow up these heroes. I mean, Alch also, you know, is not a hero that wants to be buying a BKB that early. You know, Gyro, as we say, you're going to need it, but it does slow down sort of the other ways that Gyro wants to play the game, get those early damage items like the Maelstrom and the Ags and the Dream situation. There's definitely, there's absolutely ways that Fnatic just blow up most of these heroes. They've got so much magical burst and early game damage output.
The big question is, like, how is SF good? Right? Like, the hero overall, is he actually...
I mean, it's an Arbed SF.
There's a Nyx Assassin, though, right? Like, it's pretty tough. You get Carapace always. Like, any type of disables, too. But, I mean, it's a lot of damage.
I just feel there's a world where Arbed can just handle Fada in the mid lane and get that early lead. But we'll see, because, as I said, I've not seen Gyro versus SF that much in the middle lane, so... First down, how it does pan out.
Yeah, because I feel like I used to see it. I mean, I feel like I saw it. It's been a long time.
Is the missile spam enough to stop the SF from being able to out-CS the Gyro?
I feel like SF should win. Like, overall, should win in the last hits, but the one thing is like, I think one hero moves, you get a missile, that SF's dead.
You're just on top of the SF and you're killing the SF.
Because I feel like that's the way I used to see this played when I saw the Gyrocopters versus Shadow Fiends or versus like any hero that you'd think he wouldn't do the best versus. And it was VP that was doing it when they were picking the Earthshaker Gyro. And they would just gank the hell out of the mid lane whenever a missile would go on.
Let's have a look, ladies and gentlemen, as we get ourselves into this game one of the 2-game series, Fnatic versus NIP. Go for a quick rundown for who's playing who, just in case you missed it or in case you've just joined us. Got Ice playing Sand King. Arbed's going to be the mid lane on the SF. Jabs carrying with his Naga Siren. And the support combo, Dubu, Shadow Demon, DJ on the left track. Well, I'm going to see NIP come over into the jungle here to start the fight off. They've got the setup onto Dubu, the body blocks as well from Saxo, trying to bring the rest of the team close enough in, but not quite enough body blocks to hold Dubu in place, as Dubu will be able to make his way around. And over on NIP's side, let's have a look. We've got the big man himself, PPD, on the Witch Doctor, their support duo, him and Saxa, Nyx Assassin. The cause today, 33, repping the offlane Ogre once more, the hero that's really starting to come into his element here at TI. And another hero that we're seeing all the time, Ace on the safe lane, Alchemist, and last but not least, Fat, the old man in his gyrocopter. He's ready to go. And we'll see if he does. I mean, he's getting put tangles. He's going to be in the mid lane. We'll see how it does against Arbed's SF. We'll go for the runes flip down bottom. Gets caught out for the stuns. And indeed, those level 1 raises, that will help him get the damage done to get that kill. Get that first blood. DJ the one to claim it. We'll get that extra bit of bonus gold.
So I see he started with boots on the Nyx Assassin, so I think that just means I want to move around. I want to move around from lanes. I want to move around quite a bit here, so I would assume that he's going to be trying to make moves onto the lane in the mid lane to get set up. All right, look at how these lanes play. DJ now looks like he's playing a core lash. He's playing bottom lane alone.
I was going to say, all right, these lanes switch.
Stream.
And it's one of those happy moments as a support, right? When these lanes are happening, it's like, okay, I'll take a solo wave on my own.
I mean, this is how you just transition immediately. He's alone.
Nice. Bit of harassment onto Ace. As indeed, we'll see which of them do decide to head down bottom. The stuns come out with the Fire Blast. They've got the paralyzing cast bounce as well. Ice is in trouble. There'll be defensive disruption for Doobie trying to keep him safe. The illusions are out. They try and make the space for Ice to get out, and he will be allowed to burrow strike down into the trees. He'll escape for now. 33 turns his attention towards Dubu. Dubu will be able to back off, and Ice with that Tango regen as well will be able to walk away. It's that nice disruption from Dubu keeps Ice safe. Let's stick around for this for now, as Ice and Jabs remain in the same lane, and DJ, he continues to enjoy the core life.
Well, it's the same thing for NIP. They have 33 as well as Ace in the same lane.
Yeah, what's going on?
They feel like these are the stronger tri-lanes that they can run. Okay.
Okay. This is Saxa and DJ's time to shine. They're the new cores on the block.
Isn't this going to ruin some people's predictions here?
It's going to make
your player cards?
Well, for some player cards, it's going to be brilliant, right?
Yeah.
If DJ pops off, or Saxa pops off.
If he's just a 3-position Lash Strike now, yeah, he's going to have like this incredible...
Yeah. Those people who are sitting there with that gold DJ card with the GPM plus 20%, it's their lucky day. At least for now, we'll see. But as you say, the lanes look to be remaining like this, so both teams feeling this is the optimal way to play. How are we doing in the mid? Both?
Pretty even.
Pretty even.
Yeah. Pretty
even indeed. It obviously did have the level 1 raise. Now he's got the point in the Necromastery, so we'll be able to get that right-click advantage as those souls build up. So say that's when I reckon we'll see Abed come out on top.
Gets hit by the... He walked up too close. He got
and the loser drop. Oh, I love it. We got to see more mids doing this. Apologies for the camera work. Fogged is on the camera this morning.
You got the kill though, right? I was the one saying it.
Yeah, I got the kill. Yeah.
Did you not see it?
No, I didn't. I missed it.
No.
Sorry, that's the only kill we missed today. Don't worry.
He literally, I was watching. He just walked up. He got hit by the first raise.
I'm keeping my eyes on this. We've got to see if it happens again.
Yeah, that was it.
As it may do so. Fodder's got to be careful.
Lanes are being swapped now, by the way. We have proper lanes coming out now. Jabs gets sent bottom. They send the Lesh top, who's very high level. DJ, level 3 already. PPD.
On the tower. They've got him. That's the power of giving the Lesh those early levels, as you say. He's level 4 now off the back of that kill. At 3 minutes in, DJ. Mid lane, bit of an attempt from Fodder. He's got the missile coming in. Does have the rocket barrage. Wants to try and get in underneath the tower. Has got the burst to get him off Armin by the creep wave. Armin's able to tag. Oh, right in the moment. Will die. But Fodder dies for it. He'll take that, Fodder. He got the XP. He got the kill first.
You cut the souls, too.
He didn't get the time to drop down and lose attack, though. So...
His TP is also on cooldown, so SF is able to TP back to the mid lane faster. But I'd still, like, that's a great play for Fodder. He needs that. He's got boots now and he's running in.
TP not being available is pretty big, though. That's a couple of waves he's missing out on.
He's only missing one so far, right? He's only missed one melee creep, one range creep. Yeah. So, not too bad.
But it is going to give Arbed the time to get souls back up.
Sure. Jabs bottom.
They got him. NIP with the tri lane. Moving around. The supports making work happen. Saxon with those early XP, early levels as well, loving life. Side is making the pulls happen top. We're seeing the moves from DJ. He's got his eyes down towards potentially the mid lanes. Fodder, oh, he was come around the long way actually as he headed down bottom. Rune's going to be picked up by Saxa. It's going to be mana refueled. Back on the mid. CS continues to be pretty even. Arbed, about that wave advantage now.
Yeah, he actually got a decent amount just when he got coming back before Fodder. He actually got all of his souls pretty much restored, and he got the level 5 now, which is a pretty big threat here to Fodder. So he buys the raindrop on the gyrocopter early on to at least absorb a little bit. But yeah.
Now, he does still have to be careful. There's just so much damage if you get hit by the 3 raises. If, you know, raindrops unlikely to necessarily keep you alive.
Okay, we had multiple lane swaps also happening, so they're trying to keep DJ versus Ace. Since he's so high level, he can keep the pressure on, and they're trying to just keep the Naga Siren away from that pressure lane that comes up from the triple stuns that's coming from NIP.
Yeah, Jabs farm, 17 for 2, and we're down bottom. Just trying to make the action happen. If the 5-minute runes come up, they'll look straight towards Saxa. Saxa did get the spike carapace out. They're in as well with the power strike straight on top, and Saxa's dead. Now they'll try and turn for more. They'll be able to pick up the rune on Dubu as Fnatic chase down PPD. Stuns landed from DJ, and they'll get themselves both of the kills. Fnatic Getting active. I mean, it's such a potent combo. We saw it in the draft. There's a reason why I picked these first heroes. Yeah. First three heroes, this SD, Lesh, Sand King. It's kill city. They can kill who they want on this map.
Both teams just have so many stuns. It makes me happy. I love seeing the teams when they've been drafting a lot of disables. And this is like everybody has a disable. Now, on the side of NIP, everybody has a stun.
Towards the mid lane, Asa Fada has to be careful. Smoke does get popped. As Dubu and DJ were looking for action. Fada, we'll see how aware that he is. The smoke got popped, but it was nighttime, so I believe he quite see them. They do this ward here, but they would have got through the smoke. Yeah, it looks like he's aware. Fada's playing safe.
Yeah, Sox is pinging it non-stop. He's like, there's no support showing on the map. Yeah. Top is alone, bottom is alone. They're making a move on mid.
They get deep ward down as well. Fada staying out of vision. Will now show. It's a missile out, but that may have shown just a second too much. They get the follow-up stun, but the backup is there from 33. Missile straight over towards Arbed. They'll head in. They get the stun as well from the low ground. Sagza has the follow-up stun. Buys time for PPD to move in with the paralyzing card. They surround Arbed. They kill the SF bomb. Voodoo Restoration keeps PPD fine. There's NIP prepared for that movement from Fnatic, and we'll make sure that they come out on top. Fada stays alive.
They read and they set up for that one very nicely. You could see instantly, like they were all set up. Like all four of them were already there as soon as they made the move onto Fada. And Fada's about to be level 6, so that's where the kill threat and that's where the gyrocopter really becomes that more potent. And they've also been stacking. I see the jungle has been stacked heavily by, I believe, both PPD as well as Soxa and 33. Actually, everybody's stacking for the Alchemist and the gyro.
Back up top, Dubu just looking for the setup, but it's that scary time as you mentioned. Ult is available for Fada, he doesn't even need it. It's going to be a missile setup into the Maledict, Rocket Barrage. Dubu's down, NIP claiming another as both teams is having a really good way of moving around the map, getting kills. Lane, nice side. Try for the burst strike, does actually miss. DJ by his side.
That might have.
Because if he hits that stun, that probably would have had the follow-up from DJ to have a good shot at trying for the kill at least.
Yeah, they would provide pressure at least, not a kill, because he was about to hit 6 for Chemical Rage too on the wave, so. Yeah, but still, like, yeah, just missed us. Nice, I like this. He's moving in, and I think this is like scout the stacks, because he can easily take any type of stacks.
Yeah, he wants to see which bit of, whether it's going to be the top or the bottom half of the NIP side of the map that they want to try and take over and steal.
Yeah. Movement on the map right now is crazy. Look at us. He's still just lingering around this area, running around in circles, making them mess up their stacks. And now he's actually just going to work on the stack himself, like we were mentioning. The 33 probably going to try to snatch some of those if he can, at least snatch the experience. See him take quite a bit of pain from it, but he gets the big centaur with the stun. So
do we get the D ward up top?
Top tower is under attack.
See how Arbed's doing. Yeah, queuing up the treads into drums, so focusing on the stat build because of the high early game damage output of NIP. Not going for the Yule Scepter rush that we do see be quite successful really on the majority of SF builds.
I like it just because he's playing with a Naga. It's the same thing as the gyrocopter. I think he's trying to match the gyrocopter's speed that he's moving around the map when he goes for this type of build.
And if he gets treads drums, he's going to be a very beefy SF early on.
Yeah, he can constantly fight while they make the space for jabs to get that treads to keep.
Just see if we can get the catch. TPs have come in from NIP. They're ready to defend, and in fact, Ahmed's caught on the front lines. Defensive disruption gets him out of the cooldown. See if they can run him away. Maledict's out. Paralyzing cast bounces as well. Will be there. As Arbed and Dubu separate themselves. Dubu trying to draw NIP's attention away from the SF. Arbed will be able to claim the creeps on the way out.
Beautiful disruption.
And it will be a way out. He gets out. He gets away from that attempt. NIP not quite having the follow-up control after that disruption.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like SF, he's going for the build to try to match the gyrocopter, but in those situations, like, you're just dead. If you don't have that disruption there, you're so squishy. That's just the problem with the hero that's always been there. So at least has the Shadow Demon behind him to get that nice little save.
We could see as well across the network, the way at least that it's dispersed, it's very top heavy on NIP. It's all on the Alchemist, whereas with Fnatic, they essentially have 4 cores. With the start that DJ had, he was able to propel himself to a point where he can keep up with farm with the rest of the 3 cores on his team. So they've got 4 cores versus an Alch really at the moment.
He's gonna kill this Ogre as well too. He can probably just go for it alone, but he's even bringing Ice Ice forward here just in case to make sure. 33 though will get chased down just from DJ it seems. And
A little late on the kill steal attempt there.
He got the Urn Charge though. He was there for the earn charge for the Sand King, so they want to go for the Vessel build, of course, rushing a Vessel versus that Alchemist, of course. So,
Curry up.
makes sense.
So keep it safe with the fortification. We have got Saxer and that PPD hunting around.
Bounty runes.
Get the D-ward at the D-ward, but Jabs, yeah, able to get that Quelling Blade. D-ward. Sentry ward before it went down. Trade on that. Runes are going to be picked up. Saxer's able to walk in. Going to try for a kill attempt. Get the Spike Carapace out in time. Goes for the stun. TP. That'll get him out of there. Nothing else to hold him back, and not enough damage to be thrown out in time.
Smart TP.
Back in the jungle. Ice. Continuing to be a nuisance. Slow down the farmer base. At least try and steal some away from it.
And they are not farming well on the rest of their heroes. Though.
They're not.
33
It's
is literally, he's like a 4-position Ogre now at this point. He's not getting farmed at all from the movements. He's got 17 last hits. It's very low. They bring in some dust though. They're getting a little sick of ice and ice.
Gets out of this though. No, he's not. Right, they do get the multicast with the stun, and the three of them will finish off Ice. DJ, he's going to run in, and he's going to start finding some of the kills for himself, maybe. There's 4 heroes here from NIP, and DJ won't quite be able to find Saxer. He has been maledicted. See if they can finish him off. Tower hits come in, but he's got the 1 charges to buff him back up on the HP front. He's fine. DJ can walk it out. Space has been made for Arbed to finish the tier 1 tower. Fnatic have a 2k lead now against this Alchemist lineup. It's going very well for them. Sure, the Alch is, I mean, he's not amazingly farmed. This is like sort of an average out. This isn't a crazy out in terms of net worth. Fnatic, for all intents, they're crushing it at the moment.
He's still going to have it at that, the good timing, though, right? Like the 12-13 minute is like the ideal we've seen. Like a fast one is the 10 minutes.
Yeah, it's not like a crazy, as you say, it's an okay timing, but you kind of want more than an okay timing when the rest of your team is not doing great.
Yeah, when you're all suffering and you're playing versus a Naga Siren lineup, who Naga Siren is going to try to match the farm of that Alchemist. Later on in the game, she will be able to start doing that. Obviously not now, when you're very item dependent on Naga Siren in order to try to match the farm first. But he's going for a straight farming build. He's going actually for the Manta before the Diffusal, so not wanting to fight, just pure farm build. And oh, an Illusion bottom, so that's the dream for either that Alchemist or the Naga Siren.
They won't be able to get it though with the way the Fnatic are sweeping in from this angle. They're on the hunt for Ace. Let's see if they can find it. Ice again though, whipping the Burrow Strike. So there isn't that setup, and Ace is allowed to freely move away. And that's a 3-man smoke gang down the drain.
We'll take the Ancient at least, but yeah, not getting that kill to set up.
We'll be in position to put some pressure onto the tier 2 tower down bottom. For NIP, Fada has got the drums complete now, so a little bit more geared up to turn up to these fights, having that extra bit of stats to make sure that you can offer more offensively, stay alive defensively. Arbed, that's our DJ, getting caught out as he runs in. Saxer trips him up easily with the Spike Carapace, and the rest of the team are miles away, so there's no chance of a disruption, as Arbed didn't get the memo, sticks around a little too long whilst the rest of Fnatic back off.
DJ.
Beats away kill. Sorry, DJ.
Well, he's playing pretty much Core Lash, so yeah.
Well, that's the thing. I'm seeing this Core Lash.
Well, that was actually.
But that's the thing, because he's relatively farmed. Those kills are.
Give a lot.
It's not a support. Like, he is a support, but he's not a support.
Yeah. I think he's like, I think he's really trying to pressure the tier 2s, because I saw him do this top as well. He dropped like 60 HP, just edicting the tower, trying to do any possible damage to it. So they're just trying to close the map off and try to restrict NIP's movements quite a bit here with those type of moves.
That's 33. Still trying to struggle his way towards his first item. The hood pipe is needed for the team. It's not going to be quick. Saxer, Meteor Hammer build up. The next assassin, and there's that Radiance done. You said it's not a bad timing, but it's not a record. Yeah, it's not a record breaker.
Yeah. You're getting pressured a lot as an IP.
There's a lot of pressure on Ace to catch it up and step that farm as the driving force at the moment. Fada's in an okay position, but 33 very much lacking behind. Bottom lane, DJ and Arbed. DJ will die, but Fada dove deep for that kill onto DJ, and Arbed's able to clean him up because of it.
It will be a rushed BKB build for Abed, it seems here. How's Fada doing? He is also, like we were mentioning, needs to go for a rush BKB on the Gyrocopter.
Absolutely. Phase Drums BKB. Now you see Ice actually get the solo kill.
Yeah.
Epicenter being used there to pop PPD.
I guess the one thing that they have that they can like be reliant on, that they have this Alchemist with the Gyrocopter, is he can give the Aghanims to the Gyro after BKB, and he can go for that Maelstrom, and then he actually has ways to deal with the Naga Siren and match in that farm. But yeah, at the moment, it does seem like Fnatic having a decent amount of time just being able to keep this pressure up. Are they going to be able to contest these 2 top runes, though? As long as NIP is trading the runes, they're pretty happy.
Setups there onto Saxa. And Spike Carapace won't keep him safe. So they can easily wait it out with the net, get themselves the kill.
Bottom, up it. Is going to get caught out. Oh!
He's running. He's running.
Gonna get caught.
Oh, they got him.
Testing for these bounty runes is going to be pretty much everything to bring NIP back into this one. I mean, I'm saying bring it back just because they have only the Alchemist at the top, but they're still pretty much tied to that network. But you want to be more ahead.
Oh, yeah, you're going to outline them. You don't want to be even that well.
But do you see what he's building?
You want to be ahead.
We talked about you don't want to get an early BKB on the Alch too, right? And
but you kind of need to. He realizes, you know, Ace, he's a lot of the power of NIP at the moment. He's got to get involved if they want to successfully hold back the early game advantage that Fnatic's got. Ice again, getting PPD, same sort of area. This time doesn't even need the epicenter to get that kill, and that will secure the money for the Spirit Vessel completion. So now they will have that vessel done against the Out. More reason to get that BKB online as soon as Ace can.
Yeah. BKB Manta game, looks like for Ace.
Maybe even BKB Manta and getting a Maelstrom Mjolnir for himself.
Could definitely be a possibility for him to get a Mjolnir himself this game.
Yeah.
To scale up versus that Naga. DJ constantly forcing in lanes, trying to put that pressure on to just get those towers taken out, and they're just always keeping the map on NIP's side. It seems so
This
far.
time, Ice will land the bar. Saxa are out trying to soak up some of the action coming into that top tier 2 tower. Zabed. Rune in the bottle. We'll see if we can make anything happen with it. Just have 31 souls and the Requiem. Fada stepping in. Arbed. He's trying to find the position. Fada keeps getting on the move. Doesn't get the perfect hit with the Requiem, but doesn't need to. Jabs is there with a follow-up control. And Fnatic get that kill as Arbed strikes from the shadows.
Set up there. Fada peeking his face a bit far forward.
He went all the way down here. Where's the rest of his team? About 20 million miles away.
Yeah.
No one else was there. Risky farming spot for Fada to head into.
That's like always the risky farming spot. It's like even when you're on the opposite side, when you're on your high ground there, you're always like, they're going to gank me in a second. But he steps very far forward into the river. We talked about how we wanted the Ogre to go for the pipe build in this game. There's so much magic damage. Yeah, he's going for it. He's got the hood. And I do think that NIP, they can look to take some fights around this, the Ace timing with the BKB.
Yeah, I think, across the board, NIP definitely doing the right arm builds, getting these BKBs on.
Yeah.
They cause Ace out.
Gyro, not too far away from it either. Fada, he will get a decent timing too. When they have the double BKBs, they have a great timing to be able to just try to run at Fnatic and take some fights. But
yeah, they can definitely take them because they do have good damage with the Gyro and they have that malady.
They're just having trouble pushing their lanes out. They've got bottom pushed out really heavily, but look at top and look at mid. It's been the story pretty much for the last, I would say like the last 8 or so minutes, 9 minutes. Fnatic's just been shoving the waves in constantly, which limits NIP's chances to actually make these aggressive moves. Now they get down, they got the bottom lane pushed out, so they get these deep wards down, so maybe they can make some plays around here. But the top side, really tough for them to get.
Smoke up here from NIP, looking to make their BKB out involved in the fights.
He's got an Arcane Rune as well, so that's like the absolute dream here for him.
Smoke will be popped as Dubu in position on the high ground, does put an end to it. They'll put an end to his life. It's not the big kill that they were hoping for. The rest of Fnatic will be given the time to get straight out of there, so only Dubu going down there to that smoke.
PPD finds the wards too. He's like, why is Dubu here? He's doing something, and yeah, he checks the ward spots. He can use the courier to check that high ground, and he's even going to check the secondary spot. So he's going to get both of these D wards here for PPD. Nice amount of gold. And now there's no vision on the map at all for Fnatic. That was actually their only wards that they had down.
That's very true. Whereas NIP, they have a lot of coverage on this bottom half of the map. It's as good as theirs. They see every single movement coming in on the bottom half.
That was a really important move there for NIP to clear out their jungle and get these timings. Right now, it's pretty much BKB done for Fada as well. So they've got this double BKB timing that's going to be quite nice for them. I think Ace also might have an AC on top at the same to be able to fight into Fnatic's lineup. Keeping these lanes pushed out, they have to address it. As Ice being a nuisance bottom, he's actually going to get away from all.
Find him. They came hunting on that bottom lane.
He actually just, he sandstormed and walked through the tower. They didn't end up finding him.
20 minutes coming up, time to strike. As Fnatic have to make sure that these bounties don't go the way of the AUK.
Yeah, they've got a timing themselves now too, right? BKB's done on the SF, and now they have Diffusal coming out for Jabs. So now Jabs can get involved. So now Jabs can actually be a fighter as well for his team, rather than just a farmer.
See the runes go two apiece between the sides. DJ still with the remainder of the smoke. Continue to see if they can catch anyone else heading over here. But NIP, they fall foul to it. Ace is getting open apart. Can they burst him before he gets a chance to put the BKB? They cannot. He is able to pop the BKB. Now looks to turn with the concoction. Throws it down onto Whiteside side. It's a big cooldown. The song comes out for Jabs. He's trying to save his teammates. Buyback from Whiteside side. Tarbed in position. The BKB, but the timing's off. The timing's off. They kill the Witch Doctor, but Fada's fine. He's able to keep going. Looks towards DJ uses himself up. Tarbed will be able to raise down Ace. Now he turns towards Fada. Fada finishes off DJ. Tarbed surrounded. The Meteor Hammer down for Saxa. Tarbed will be able to bring down another with him, but it costs him his life. So 3 for 3 there. The combo not quite perfect from Fnatic. That could have certainly gone a whole lot better for them, but it doesn't go terrible as Arbed is able to still bring down a lot with him, including the 2 main cores of NIP.
Who got the big gold at the end there that's in this fight? Let's take a look. So Fada got a decent amount. Abed got quite a lot. I think 33 got a crazy amount too inside of the fight because he just finished up a full Midas after that. So he had the hood, full Midas now. Because he survived to the entire end of it. So that's going to be really nice for him.
He didn't get the multicast though. Time to sell it and buy another one.
He should have primed it more. He should have casted some spells first.
Does that actually work?
I mean, people say it does.
Saxon. Found Ice. She's not messing around. He says we need an nappy for this one. Let's get the job done. Fada and Ace unable to strike back in time. Okay, getting away, but Dubu will be found out as PPD drops down the death wall. Help 33, they'll stun up and take down Dubu. The game stays close. It's 17-14. It's close, but there's an AUK on one side, and the AUK lineup is not massively ahead. So you still do have to feel more comfortable with the way the Fnatic's playing this one so far. PPD's found. Ace trying to strike back. He's moving in with the concoction onto Ice. DJ with the Yule Scepter holds back the AUK. Fada's turned up. Drums are popped. They want to continue to chase. Ice. He's got another Burrow Strike. Will be able to separate himself from Ace and Fada. Get away from the cooldown. Homing missile connects. Fada trying to get in range with the rocket barrage. Is it enough? It is. Fada will still get the kill.
That's a long time that Ice is dead too. 70 seconds. That buyback.
It's just there for Jabs. Farm does continue to rack up Reaver done.
Oh, Fada's actually queued up his own Aghanims.
Is up.
Maybe he wants to get it.
I mean, it is such a good item on the Gyro. But even saying that, we are seeing some games where Gyros don't even get the Aghanims. And yeah, you say that this is a game where he has the AUK, but Fada favoring the item that much that he wants it ASAP. He doesn't want to have to wait until Ace buys it for him, which obviously isn't going to be soon because Ace, he's sort of the powerhouse at the moment. He needs to be building for himself rather than for the team.
He's also building the carry build. If you looked at the talents that he took the attack speed talent, he took the damage talent. We usually see the concoction talent and the health talent. He's taken from the alchemist. He's building to be the right clicker, and Fada's building to be the tank. Fada took the health talent on Gyro, so you can tell he's looking to absorb damage.
Ace finds Dubu there. Quick jump with the Blink concoction, and a tower taken as well. There's a push on. It really is Ace starting to take the team on his shoulders.
Bloodlusted Alchemist with an AC with the damage talents as well. So yeah, he's...
I mean, what does he go? I wouldn't be surprised if he does get the Mjolnir, right? If he's going for this right click and attack speed.
Oh, he's definitely going to go for it eventually.
Yeah. I mean, he's
probably going to take the 40% cleave talent as well. He's versus the Naga Siren, so he's going to go for the click talents.
For sure. Take the cleave, take the Mjolnir, and yeah, certainly the Naga Siren Jabs, even when he has the heart, they can kill the illusions. Fire.
We'll see what Fada decides. I think this is determined based on how the fights go. He'll either go for the Ags if they're You know, if they're having a little bit of trouble, maybe. But if they have like a fight where they win, he just buys the Maelstrom. I'd assume at least. But could be wrong.
And he wants both eventually, right?
Yeah.
But as you say, yeah, if there's a world where he can just get the Maelstrom and wait for the Alk to farm him and Ags later, it would be more efficient. But maybe NIP just feel under pressure right now.
Yeah. I mean, Jabs does have a full heart finished up too.
Yeah.
So he's got 3,500 HP now too. Pretty strong timing for them, but the SF's still pretty weak. He picks up an Eagle Song.
Oh, an interesting. Fire in a minute, because Ace actually is going to be gone on. Have they got the chain stun to make sure there's no chance for a BKB? They certainly do. They'll kill him off before he's able to press it. Fada is able to get his own off. He's taking quite a bit of heavy physical damage. Has to back off. Good death walk from PPD. Pushes up in an Ice Ice to the side. PPD will pay with his life. Does at least create the cover for the rest of NIP to get out. Still, though, is 2 down on NIP. Double kill for Jabs, as he's the one to claim the kills.
So that's twice now that I've seen Ace when he sees them before they get the stun on him, and he pops Rage instead of BKB. I think we're going to see him popping the BKB earlier now instead of the Chemical Rage. They have the damage.
He's only used it once. He can afford to be a sort of a little more trigger happy with using that BKB, but he hasn't been. And it's cost him his life, at least in 2 situations. Fnatic now off the back of those kills, they'll be able to easily step into Roche, take it very safely with all the illusions that Jabs can offer up, attacking it with those with that heart on the illusions, and this will be Aegis going away of Arbed. Arbed also incredibly close to having the butterfly complete. And as I was going to say before that fight, looking at the build from Ace, actually queuing up the Abyssal, so favoring the control rather than necessarily the means to deal with the illusions.
Okay. I've seen some people talking about and asking questions. I saw even
it was Miracle
tweeted
today
about the heart and the Abyssal Blade comparison.
So this is a Miracle approved build, because Miracle likes the Abyssal over the heart.
Yeah. Well, he was asking. He didn't ask the question, because people were saying that you get like so much extra HP regen when you have the heart plus your Chemical Rage. It just works really well.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
We'll see. He's, of course, not invested into it as of yet, so Ace could still be deciding whether it is going to be Abyssal that he goes for.
Yep. We'll see which I think. Continue to try to keep the pressure down bottom. There's the Maelstrom instead by the way picked up. He switched.
I was going to say, he needs the Miona. He needs the Miona, and he knows. Ace, he knows. Mama, he knows.
He really has to be.
You got. It's a Naga Siren with a heart. It's a very farm Naga Siren the Jabs has. You've got to build to deal with him. And Miona's going to do so much with the attack speed. The attack speed that Ace has.
Yeah.
This is definitely the correct way.
Has to be, like you said, more trigger happy with the BKB though, because with not going for the health talent and all that, it makes him a lot squishier when he doesn't get something.
And Fada also continues to save up the money yet to invest in that Axe. We'll see if he himself also has queued up another item but still buys a Maelstrom. Could certainly happen.
Yep, definitely a possibility. Fnatic all set up on this high ground here. They've got a good timing to push when they pushed in the lanes to get these high ground wards.
Jab said just continue to tank up Skadi after the heart.
Yeah.
Just making sure that it is going to be harder for NIP to do the illusions. But if they are able to get to a point where there is an Axe Maelstrom on Fada, and the Miona's done on the Alchemist, they could definitely deal with sort of the constant push-in from the illusions.
Yeah.
And Arbed continue to just go full in on the stance on the right click. Satanic and MKB queued up.
It's also, Skadi's also just an incredible item versus Gyrocopter too, right? It's very rare that you see Skadi's versus ranged heroes, but Skadi got buffed and changed, remember? So it's not good versus melees, and it's amazing versus ranged heroes now. So that also as well is good versus Fada's Gyro. And it lets him chase the BKB instead, so.
We have Ice taunting there. I believe I heard a dust attempt. Didn't quite catch him, so he's dropping them the question marks.
I like the sprays a lot. Nobody really used them yet last year, so.
They weren't very good.
These are
much
funny.
better this year.
Oh, Ice steps up too far.
Oh! He will get defensively disrupted. Fada's going to pop the BKB. Arbed's in though. He pops the BKB, so's DJ. They're moving in with their own BKBs. They'll look for the squishies first. DJ makes a beeline straight towards PPD. Won't be able to find him. Now the turn towards 33. 33's mana has been drained by the Naga Siren Illusions with that Diffusal Blade. They've looked at Saxo as well. Then we had to clean up 3. Arbed with the double kill. As they may have got Ice, but Ice says it was all but a debate. as NIP lose the fight. Now take some serious damage here on the tier 3s as Fnatic push on. Buyback comes down for Saxa, but 33 and PPD unable to buy back. Song's going to be used. They're going to get on top of the gyro. They know that Fada already used the BKB. He's incredibly vulnerable. The timing isn't there. This time it's not.
Nice.
They messed up the timing, but it doesn't matter. They'll get the kill. The Requiem was just a taunt. Good stun into Meter Hammer. Let's see if they got the disruption in time to save Ahmed. Ahmed just TPing straight out of there, but Ice back in. Jumps in with a concoction. TP's cancelled, but Saxon's dead. That's a dieback for him. They turn towards Fada. Fada still has to be careful. 12 seconds towards the BKB. Ahmed, he's in trouble. PPD with a death swap finishes him off. Now they go towards Jab. Jab TPing out. They got anything to cancel it. They do not. Jazz will be able to get out of there. NIP do hold. Does cost them a couple of buybacks. Gets the job done. Will push back Fnatic, but of course overall Fnatic the ones to grow that net worth lead. Being able to force those buybacks out.
The fights are seeming so difficult for NIP. The BKB comes out from the Alchemist, but he's squishy. He only has 1800 HP. Even when he walks in, he gets hit a couple times, and he actually had to back away when the SF popped the BKB, the Lesh popped the BKB, and Jabs was just walking in as his Naga Siren. He couldn't actually just get the amount of damage. I think the 50 damage down is actually kind of hurting him, instead of having that little bit of extra health as an Alch. His 1800 is not a lie. It really does make him feel a lot squishier.
I mean, because what sort of item can you slip into his build that sort of solves
Abyssal in the heart, right? One of those.
Yeah, sure, Abyssal, yeah.
It's one of those two. We don't have to get the HP.
Up a little bit.
But
then what are you getting rid of? What are you dropping out?
It's got to get rid of the blink.
I guess so. I guess so. You've got to rely on sort of Saxa and PPD to get him with those opening stuns.
Yeah, eventually he'll have to, right? Right now he's going for the Moonshard first, and then he might go for like. I think he needs to go for some more HP items.
I mean, we are seeing as well, you know, Fada is building up his own Aghanims, but I mean, at this point where Fada's still getting the Aghanims, is there not a part of you that sort of says, wouldn't it have been nicer if, rather than getting a Moonshot for himself, Ace would have been the one to funnel the Aghs towards that Fada, and Fada could have just bought a Maelstrom himself?
Perhaps, yeah.
Because what's more scary, sort of getting Aghs Maelstrom on your gyro, or getting Moonshot for yourself? I think you favour the Aghs Maelstrom on the gyro. We're going to see the jump in from Ace. Som comes out from Jabs. Going to put a stop to this, allow Dubu to step back, make some space, and Dubu will be able to get out of there to keep everyone safe and happy. But he has got that Ice complete.
Ice wants to go on this.
He's going to get the jump. They've got a follow-up stun. Fada not popping the BKB for now. Doesn't need to. The rest of the team not quite close enough. Dust comes out, doesn't clip onto Ice. He's able to hide in the trees. Ace is hunting with a concoction, won't find it. They'll pop down the Tinker Ward. They do see Ice approaching right now as Ice steps in. Maledict cast. It's out on him, but on the side, the rest of Fnatic, they're climbing in onto 33. DJ's in with a BKB. Runs past 33. He's getting the damage down on the PPD as well. Buyback comes out on 33. Ace tries to go for the concoction. Will manage to find a target, but Dubu's there with a dodge. They chase DJ with a rocket barrage. They will kill him off. But Jabs, he's still full health, full mana. Manta dodge the paralyzing cast, turns towards PPD. PPD's out of mana. He's out of life as well. Potentially over the stun. Does hold back Jabs, but PPD's got to hide. Ace looking at the concoction, ready to jump back in. Gets the two-man connection on both Ahmed and Jabs. Ahmed being focused, disrupts. Gets him. Dubu again, saving Ahmed for now. Ahmed's trying to run away, but the Radiant ends up taking him out as they'll kill off Ahmed. Look towards Jabs. Jabs hiding in the trees, but again, this one gives them the vision. They'll land the Fire Blast, claim the kill, double kill for Ace. Ice tries to come back in, actually wish the stun again, missing PPD. Will be able to blink out and keep himself safe, but NIP strike back as Fnatic try and force a fight. But Ace with some fancy footwork, diving in and out with the Blink Dagger. And then that big play at the end, catching both Abed and Jabs with one concoction, tends to fight in NIP's favor.
They actually were able to split it up so nicely, right? Fada ran left and dragged some heroes with him, while Ace went up top to the right. So they completely split the fight up, and then Ace was able to get that reset, get that perfect stun out. Now he's got 8,000 gold. Now he can buy both, right?
He can buy what he wants.
And the Aghanims.
Yeah, he's yet to invest, but Ace indeed. Keeping it cool, carrying the game.
Yeah, that was a crazy fight for NIP to come back in that one. And when it looked like Fnatic, they really were starting to run forward with it here. They hadn't spent a lot of gold though.
Now, they're getting picked up on the side here. Jules into the stun. Ice, he's got a one charge. That will not save him. Or will it?
Oh.
Or will it?
He's got the missile on him. Should be pretty dead. They'll make him work for it,
missile alone won't kill him. Fada can't get in here.
He's gonna have a TP. Wow.
Can't get in it. The trees are blocking this whole area off, so Ice, he will escape. He's able to get out of it all.
He didn't even taunt. Oh, there it is. Okay. I was waiting for Ice to taunt. You know it's coming. So in the last fight too, for Fnatic, Jabs had 6,000 or 5,500 gold when they went in to go for that one too. So now he just buys the full BKB instead of going for that IF Scotty. Or
It's going to be strong. 10-second BKB at this point of the game.
Yep.
It's going to be very nice. We look at how's the status of the BKBs on NIP. It was 7 seconds.
Sevens.
7 seconds. Ice. Whoa, where did he go? That's Ace dead and gone. Didn't get a chance to put the BKB. And NIP getting caught out when Fnatic come in with these quick jumps. As both Ace and 33 taken out. Ace does have buyback available. 33, he's dead for 100. After that buyback play earlier down on the bottom lane, his buyback still on cooldown for 5 minutes.
He just got evaporated immediately.
Yeah,
like,
I mean, as you said, this is what happens if he doesn't get the BKB off. He's dead.
just that soul catcher into a stun and super dead. Damn. I didn't think he died that fast. That looked like, I actually thought he was the witch doctor.
Yeah, I was like,
wait,
that was Ace. He's gone.
Stun forward. Nice,
He
nice,
is
nice.
gone. They managed, of course, to consume the Moonshot and now queued up the Aghanims. We'll see which teammate that's going to favour for first. But interesting as well, as we said, maybe talking about the potential of switching that Blink Dagger out for a stat-related item. He doesn't want to do that. He doesn't want to do that. Doesn't want to hold on to his Blink, which we keep saying does leave him very vulnerable. All of the fights are relying on him getting the BKB off. That BKB is going to get shorter in duration. Well, if he's able to use it, of course, which he hasn't been a few times. Cost him his life. Doesn't want to buy back as well. He's back in 15. Will mean that they will have to concede the mid-racks here. It's Fnatic are able to take those away from NIP. Melee racks gone. We'll work a little bit on the range racks with the illusions, but the players safe. Get back as Ace will respawn. It's Fnatic keeping the net worth even. In an out game, that's always good for the team that doesn't have the AUK.
Yep, and they're going to go continue that. Since they got that tier 3, they can go clean up some shrines, get themselves some more map control.
Pushing Jabs closer and closer to having the Hex, Arbed. He's got the full Satanic.
He's going for just all these right-click builds.
I like it.
Yeah.
Not sort of the build you get to see a lot on SFs. I mean, we don't see a crazy amount of SFs, but it's been a long time since I've seen an SF go for sort of the right clicks, just standing up build rather than these sort of jumping, using, playmaking SFs. But it really is working out well for Arbed this game.
Hey, I'm hyped up from some -5 presence aura armor. -12 AoE armor versus this team is actually going to be pretty significant.
I mean, Ace is just going to get shredded.
Yeah.
He does have the AC. Well, that won't be enough, considering his HP so low. So Sice is able to get out of the bow strike, focus towards Dougal. They'll go for the support killer. They'll get it, but Dougal's going to buy back immediately, and still the rest of Fnatic's cores are ready to go. Sice in position on the high ground.
Jabs gets caught by the stun here.
The follow-up. He needs help, but he needs it now. Then it's going from Sice with BKBs this time from NIP are around in time. Flutter's able to pop it as still as Ace. They will start away out. DJ tries for the TP out. He's going to make it up and got the TP out, but the BKB works off. They got the ult. Ace, he picks up the triple. He's going to be able to get some off as well. It's an ultra kill for Ace. As this time, NIP, they have those BKBs out and popped. And that's when they're at their strongest. The amount of damage coming out when this out can stay alive, it's real. With the cleave, with the damage talents, with the right-click build, the Mione, this man punches. And he just punched Fnatic back to the base.
Jabs got chain stun. He got hit by, what was the initial stun? He got hit by the next stun, into Meteor Hammer, into a missile, into a Fire Blast, and he wasn't able to get his BKB off.
It's all about getting if they can get those chain stuns, both teams. It's so tricky. And now
full Abyssal.
He's got the Abyssal, and this is what we wanted to see, right? You say swap out the Blink, gives you that extra bit of HP, and gives you a further bit of stun, and that stun through the BKBs as well.
Yeah, and he's about to hit 25, so you thought he was attacking fast before. If he wants to take that base attack time,
he's going to
probably will.
He's going to take it.
He is going to be hitting so fast.
Take it. He took it.
Oh,
he took it.
Let's watch this. Let's look at the base attack time. What is it? 0.4 without using the chemical rage. So when he uses, oh my god,
when he uses chemical rage,
what's it gonna be? 0.1?
Give me
0.16?
So someone run the numbers on that.
When he's bloodlusted as well?
Some of them.
Well, we're gonna find out in a second.
Looking towards Roche, but Fnatic are prepared around it. Arbed's back in 12.
They're
Maybe
just walking up.
Can fight before Arbed's back. It's a 10-second window, not a very big one.
33 feeling very confident now because he's pretty tanky. He's got this Crimson Guard with the 40 strength talent too, so this Ogre can act as his frontliner really easily now. 11k gold lead. That swung incredibly fast there. As Ace, he keeps the blink just because how much it's been doing for now. He just moves the phase boots for the money.
Yeah, blink over boots.
Sure.
I can see it. I can see it. Especially, I guess, because you have the Abyssal, you are going to blink on a target. You blink on a core, Abyssal him, you don't need to be moving, right? You're just punching him in the face.
What's his base attack time? 0.19.
Jump up to the high ground. They managed to get the stun on the 2, but Jabs is in position to come in with the song. BKBs weren't used yet by NIP, so they won't be able to fight on through the song. They can try and chase after it wears off. ZJ is actually going to be the one to start the fight for Fnatic as he goes back in onto Saxa. In fact, he's separating himself from the whole of the team, keeping Saxa pushed out. Saxa will stay alive. Now the BKB comes out from Ace. Ace looking for a target. He'll be able to take down one. Now looks towards Jabs. Jabs with the BKB pop will be able to get away, but they're cleaned up. Ice does have the buyback available. The rest of Fnatic just getting out of there. They'll be able to manage to get everyone else away from NIP. NIP have to play a bit more reserved whilst the BKBs are on cooldown. You saw it there. This man punches.
They're starting just to be too tanky, it seems like, on NIP. In the last few fights, they've run in with their BKBs on Fnatic, and they can't actually clean anybody up. Even though they've gotten the soul catchers off, it's tough for them to actually DJ somebody.
Uh-oh. They got him. All the stuns in the world.
How quick things have turned in the other direction.
They certainly have. NIP, they've got that lead now. Ace's build, it's in its element right now.
Yeah, it absolutely worked. And Fada, who was struggling, bought the Aghanims, had no money before, has a full Satanic as well. They're all hitting their 25s.
He's a tanky boy.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter if he doesn't get that BKB off. He's probably going to be able to live through that attempt on his life. Once he has it, of course, and at the moment he's yet to spend it. Would mean that he does forego having the buyback, as he's 200 gold away. 200 gold away from having close.
All right, let's watch the Alchemist.
Is he going for
Is he even got a chemical rage for it?
He doesn't need to. He doesn't need to.
But we want him to.
We want him to. But still, even without it, with that AC Leona, he attacks damn fast. They'll be able to take down Roche, get that Aegis and Cheese. That's already prepared a slot. PPD, the Cheese Master.
Give the Cheese to 33.
Yeah, 33.
Better. He's so buff now.
I mean, they all are, right? 33 being an ogre, and as you say, with strength talent, he can just head in on the front. Fodder as well. With the Satanic build, he can head in on the front. Now it doesn't really matter as much that Ace doesn't have those HP items. Sure,
Absolutely.
Yeah, he's doing all right now because he has the Abyssal Blade.
Yeah.
But you have these two beefy cores that just go in, and Ace can just focus on getting the damage out on the vulnerable opponents. 41 minutes in, NIP starting to really take back hold of the lead. Fnatic are pushed back to their high ground, pushed back to the base. Still very much good chances for Fnatic to take good fights if they can still find the avenue to punish the BKB usages.
33,
but it's hard.
Got a 4x multi, Midas.
Oh, well that they want.
It was beautiful. They're all positioned here. They've got the lanes pushed in nicely. They've got mid as well as top pushed in. Bottom is a little bit of a problem. That one's pushing in pretty hard onto NIP's side, but they've got the important mid lane pushed out. That, you know, the racks that they do have down. So that's the one they want to be making sure they... As they're just sitting around looking for a fight. They're feeling how strong they really are with this Alchemist. And with this Aegis as well. Now Fnatic is kind of trapped in their base.
Interesting. Wraith Band over drums, discuss.
Unintentional.
I'm sure he'll swap it. But maybe. Maybe he does. Maybe he dies by like 1 HP. So like, I mean, let's do the math. 3 strength versus 6 strength.
Drum's better, dude.
Okay, drum's better.
Drum's a lot better.
Fada!
Fada!
He's not awake yet. It is early morning. It is early morning.
He's focused on the grand scheme of the game.
Sure, he's not focused about the 2K things like drums over Wraith Band. He'll realise soon.
Yeah, I mean,
PPD is going to chat. If Fada dies, you know PPD is going to be clicking on him and going, Fada.
You got a Wraith Band in it.
You got a Wraith Band.
He'll still notice. Does he notice now? Oh yeah, he noticed now. There we go. Yeah.
Oh, well, he sold both. He was going to sell them both anyway.
There we go. That's
why. Fada's logic. He was like, I'm going to sell them both anyway.
That makes
sense. Get that demon edge. And not just, was that the whole MKB?
Almost buy. Yeah, he has the whole MKB and he almost has buyback as well. That was his thought process.
Yeah, that
there
was,
we go.
Yeah. He was already on the next ahead of the game. The push, Fnatic, they are prepared, or at least as best as they will be. Fight at that 25, which you mentioned would be really nice for the fights. He's able to hit that 25.
Feels like they hit a brick wall, though they were doing such a good job of getting these kills even on their side too. Just one fight, one mistake versus an Alchemist.
And I mean, as you said, well, you think he is going to take the Presence Aura?
Everyone
armor?
takes CDR. I only said that because they were snowballing.
Because still with the Satanic, the BKB, it's really nice, right, to have that just cooldown. I read, especially on the Satanic, which is already rather low as it is, only 35. Lowering it by that 40% gives you comfortably for at least every creep wave, every push that's potentially going to come in. Good jump. Bottom, you can download by the Soul Catcher. Quick pop of the Satanic, he's back up to full. The
beauty about being able to lifesteal off illusions, the dream. When you couldn't lifesteal off illusions, it was so painful, but now you can just always Satanic and just hit.
You're going to try for the smoke play here, Fnatic, see if they can catch off NIP. It's going to be hard with Aegis and Cheese on their side of NIP.
Definitely a risky one.
Wait, who are you jumping? 33's in position to sort of block off any of these attempts.
And he's very likely to get the cheese off and be able to turn the fight.
Yeah.
Bounty runes, all four.
All of them, NIP. They've got full control of the map right now.
Did that go from 15k to 20k? I think it did.
I think yes. Yeah, it was a lot of money.
And he gets an illusion rune as well on top. So
and Ace, he's getting those Ags now. There it is. Who's it going to? It's got to be the Nyx, right? No, it's got to be the Ogre, right? No, they're all good. They're all good.
Eat it yourself.
Who's he going to give it to? Who's he going to give it to? It's going to go the way... Oh, he's not giving it to anyone.
33, right?
Okay, 33.
Okay, that's definitely the best one. Is it though?
I'm sure PPD is making an argument for himself. He's like, dude.
Gives me True Strike. I can hit the 7.
This is your last man, Ace.
Here we go. They've got everything. They've got Aegis ticking down right now.
Yeah, it's gone. It's gone. So that's one bit of a worry off the minds of Fnatic.
Yep, Sock's doing a little bit of a slow push bottom. He's throwing the meteor hammer on the bottom tower while they siege mid.
And there's his 25. He's going to take the cooldown, isn't he? Maybe though.
I think he's probably debating it. Nah, he didn't.
Cooldown still.
Everyone just takes it.
Yeah.
They'll buff. That means they're just going to buff the other one to like minus 10 presence armor at some point.
Yeah, he's playing the long game. He's just hoping the bad.
Yeah. Stuck in their base as NIP continues to grow their lead.
22k advantage. Bardet rolling in the money for his next big item.
How's our XP?
Whoa! They're out of the base. Nice.
They're on top.
And ready to go. They'll get Saxon.
Got a use.
I mean, he is surely gone. No Vendetta will save him that vision. D1 as well will be able to get themselves out of the map and just be a Nyx assassin, but with the member down, NIP unlikely to push. They'll back off onto their half of the map. This gives a bit of breathing room, bit of opening for Fnatic to get the waves pushed back out, get some vision out.
Yeah, go look for maybe any wards or get your own wards down during all this time. As Jabs will finish up that Hex.
Yeah, got that Hex. DJ's nearly got his Octarine.
His farm slowed down quite a lot on Jabs though. Even though he's still at the top 2, he did get slowed down a lot from those deaths in the fights. Just sticking together, still a bit afraid, even though Sox is dead. They're just making sure that they're all grouped as 4, while DJ to push out top. He's a very farm nonetheless.
Making sure he has money for buyback and Dream by looks of it.
Yeah, they're getting out. They're looking for the wards, getting their own down too.
He just waiting until Zax is back in the game before they make any moves outside of their base.
Yep, no risk.
Full pipe done. Finally finished off by 33. So I can spare the gold to do so.
I was surprised he didn't buy that earlier.
Yeah.
He didn't ever finish any.
He wanted to buy. Continuing to Midas his way towards a Hex for himself. Multicast Hexes could certainly come in big time.
Ace is about to have another Aghanim 2 finished up, and they're just waiting. Now they can probably go and look once they push this wave out a little bit further. They've got bottom pushed out, but top's pushing it a little bit, but they're going to smoke and look for anything anyway. Fnatic expecting this. They're positioned on this high ground with a ward too. 4 heroes bloodlusted at the moment on the side of NIP.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
They fall foul to this trap set by Fnatic.
TD as well inside of Abed's bottom.
33, supposed to dispel. They know Fnatic's on the high ground. They're going to try with the power strike. They're going to stun each other. Ace in with the BKB straight away. On top of him. Can they kill him longer time. DJ's able to get the use of the BKB off. DJ's still alive. He'll walk out. Jab's going to use the song. Looks like it will be a disengage from Fnatic, as the rest of them will look to get out of there, but not before they lose both DJ and Dubin. Both supports down.
This attack's so fast. Anyone he gets on top of just dies. He's started to switch out his radiance now too, so he can make sure to have just the straight damage items with the blink and the bots. He moves it back and forth with the boots to travel a bunch.
Yeah, at this rate, they can definitely play the slow game NIP and just gags out for everyone.
I mean, it does seem like in the fights, Fnatic just is doing no damage anymore now. They were hitting a point where they were chunking people down, but everybody on NIP just started to get way too much farm and items. After those last few fights is 33 also now hitting level 25.
I'll take that. We'll take that.
Sound you're gonna take. You're gonna take the move speed. I've seen most people take the
Oh,
move
you
speed.
take damn it, dude.
Well, it doesn't work on your unrefined.
If it's
That's the
plus
thing, but yeah, I know.
300.
I know. It's actually, he had the axe. You're not even giving the axe. He'll probably go for it. He should go. I assume he goes for it. But I was telling you, I saw a lot of people going for the
plus
other one.
300, you get plus 300 and get a multicast. That everybody's dead.
Yep, 540 more.
Maybe you're right. Maybe the sensible one is the. Dude,
Jesus,
plus
woman.
300.
Plus, I mean, with the axe, right? It's like, it doesn't work on the unrefined, unfortunately.
Yeah, I was in the axe doesn't matter. That's what you're telling me, right? But still, it's just plus 300 on one as you fire blood. Yeah, you gotta take it.
Man.
It's so good.
But you're so speedy with the other one.
But it doesn't matter.
I
You
know,
don't need
I
to
know.
run anyway if everyone's dead.
I'm telling you, I was watching it. I mean, I think if you take like the 100 damage and stuff and you're a right clicker, you take the movement speed. But if you're gonna be like, you're a spellcaster.
I think if you.
I'm just telling you what I saw.
300 every time, dude.
I'm telling you what I saw in the lots of the games that I was looking at the pubs. People were taking like all 4 right talents on
Pubs.
the
This is professional, though, to be honest.
professional players playing.
Yeah. Terrible professional players. This is 30. It's ready to blow some people's up. There's 5 lost.
They got the Yules.
Here we
Connection
go.
to stun. Let's
Here we
see.
go.
The second one did a lot. The first, the unrefined, you can see doesn't do a whole lot of damage. But
No,
yeah,
not
the
in
other one
comparison
is
to plus 300 fire blast. Sure.
sure. Continuing their lead, 34,000 gold.
Abed's got his MKB.
And his buyback as well.
Yeah. And he's still got a lot of breathing room to sort of build into. He's going to get rid of the drums eventually, get some into that. Get himself a moonshot, get himself an axe. There's a lot of places for Abed to go if the game does continue to continue.
Yeah, same with Jabs. Well, kind of. Jabs, just because he has like the BKB and treads, so he can still look to be moving stuff around himself as well.
Another fire, so. Focusing more on damage.
For Jabs or for
Jabs, yeah.
Bloodthorn?
Bloodthorn.
Like,
On
yeah. Can be good to deal with the evasions as well once the BKB are down. And on the gyrocopter, but still super hard for Fnatic to take into fights. It does seem their damage is just really not there versus all protection that NX have. And now map control is looking like it should continue to go in IP's favor, even though there's the Naga Siren on the side of Fnatic. They're able to clear these illusions pretty easy. So Roche is the next thing on the menu. Who's getting the next axe?
there you go. Father's got his axe.
Now Fana's got it.
So he no longer needs the one he bought himself.
He buy himself another item.
He certainly can. And it. Ooh. He's queued up Rapier. I don't know if he needs it, but I'm not going to complain.
Wait, what was I saying? Them doing Roche? They already had Roche. Sorry.
That's right. It's early morning. It's 9 Yeah, he's queuing up the Rapier, Father. I mean, I guess he feels that they're really struggling to push high ground. But we love the Rapier.
I think he's also just feeling like they can't kill people anymore on the side of Fnatic. If the fights end quickly,
yeah. Let's see if he gets the Rapier close to the game, or if he gets the Rapier and throws the game. Both of them will be equally exciting.
the Rapier is only good on one of the heroes on Fnatic, while on the side of NIP, it's good on a couple.
Yeah, that's true. I guess you don't really care who goes their way.
So I got stuff getting against Jabs getting against kind of.
Sure, it's like yeah.
Oh, that board, nice. Off the mark.
Gonna miss it. We have the Hex reveal to Fada, but not really able to do anything with it. No follow-up. Push on. Force out the fortification. Fada, of course, having the annoyance of his mana being drained. This resistant illusion pressure. ISO coming in again with a two-man fire strike. They're trying to nuke Fada down. Won't quite be able to kill him. Ace frozen. A concoction keeps jabs. Right back. Take the tier 3 tower in IP. Now moving on towards the racks. Range racks are claimed. They'll look for more of a hex out onto Fada. He's forced back to safety. Tier 3 in the range racks.
33 and Fada just sitting up there on the front line. They can't actually get to the back line. You see Ace is actually playing in the back, just waiting to get a single jump. If he gets on top of anybody, you see how fast he kills them. But yeah, they're just parking the two super tanky heroes in front, and Fnatic could do nothing about it. They lose their range racks. Bounty runes are spawning, so you see NIP, they back up. We also have the power runes all over the place too, because we're at these 55-minute mark.
DD and Arcane, both very nice ones for them to try and fight with. There's Hex done, upgrading his boots. Fada still holding off on spending the majority of his money. He's got that 8,000 gold ready to go. Could obviously get a moonshot for himself, but he's dreaming of the bigger things. He wants that rapier.
They're buying wards and sentries for their teammates and the Alchemist as well as the gyrocopter. They're like, don't worry guys, we got you. It's funny that PPD also has the refresher shard himself on the Witch Doctor. And the other crazy thing is we were talking about how damage has become a problem for Fnatic in the last, like, what, 15, 20 minutes? PPD is also 25. He has one of the ridiculous ones where it's a 1.5% max heal on top of that voodoo, so quite a lot. For sure.
He's got that refresher shard, that double heal.
Double crap. Double cask, man. Double cask is terrifying. Kind of interesting to see him holding it anyway, though. Rather than like you give it to the Ogre Magi, it gets like he can axe the whole enemy.
Dude, yeah.
Right. Kind of surprising to see them giving it to TPD.
Maybe it will. As 33 continues to rack up the goal. Multicast Midas usages. Yep. There's another axe. This one's going all the way at people. Wow, probably Sax arrived at PPD. Give us Sax the first one.
I'll give it to Peter. He's got the refresher.
I mean, Peter, he's the more important person.
Oh, I give it to Saxa.
Yeah, you gotta give
you have to.
Yeah. Next Assassin Axis.
I mean, at this point, I don't think it really matters which one they give it to because they have a 50k gold lead and they're keeping it Fnatic.
Alright, so what? It's probably he's gonna get about to both of this, right? Yeah. Their plan is super safe. Yeah, you're at 50,000 gold, ladies and gentlemen, 50,000 gold. And still, yet to be able to take a melee Rex. Melee Rex is down the top, and both middle and bottom are safe and fine. Whereas obviously Fnatic earlier in the game, they did take that melee Rex from the mid lane of NIP.
Fada has 10,000 gold.
He wants the rapier, but he also wants to slot for the cheese. So he doesn't want the rapier yet.
Maybe he wants 2 rapiers, so if he dies with one, he can just pick up the other.
I mean, that would be the super safe play to do.
Oh, is he he looked like he was running.
I mean, at this point, I feel like you probably do just get yourself a moonshot anyway, because you're saving up so much gold. But I guess he wants to be able to push, use the cheese, and then buy a rapier for the slot, and have buyback still. I mean, what's the value of buyback if you're feeding a rapier? And I changed it. Boo.
Second butterfly.
I mean, it's safe. I don't think he didn't need to go for the rapier.
They don't need to.
No, and I'm sure PPD is having stern words.
They're still afraid to go for the high ground. With a 50,000 gold lead.
Well, Fada's just going to prove his point now. You know, he's going to be like, well, he didn't have to get a rapier. We're not going to be able to push.
All right, Butterfly coming out. Second one. Furrier's going to get it. Keeping Fnatic just trapped inside their base as they pick up more and more items. And, ooh, Sox is still not 25.
Indeed, the double butterfly. It's a beautiful sight.
It is.
You don't get to see it often.
They have MKBs though, and they even do have plus.
No, it doesn't matter from here, doesn't it? How much evasion is that in total? 57% evasion. It's a lot of evasion.
The illusions are going to be pretty. I mean, the illusions haven't really been doing too much anymore for a while from the Naga Siren, but now they're not going to do anything to them. Jump forward.
Nice, he's in. He's hacked. Pick him in. Takes him with the abyssal. Otherwise, is dead. DJ's going to try and get out there with the BKB. He's trying to hide in the trees, turns with the stun, manages to get PPD, but they're chasing him. At the same time, off the side, Fada's running in on Stuart. Fada, he's been hacked. Jab, they've got the damage, they'll kill him off. That's going to be Fada dead and gone. They put the BKBs to Song as well. is they'll retreat, and they'll know if they can just keep it cool, NIP aren't going to look to fight or push with the gyro dead. Sure, they did get 3 themselves, NIP. There's probably going to be another 2 minutes where NIP aren't going to push because Fada's gone.
Fada got split by himself. He
did.
went left, the rest of the team went right. But the rest of the team, they take 0 damage. When they're around PPD with the Voodoo Vest Restoration, they actually do not lose any health from anything. They were eating the Pulse Nova as well as Edict, and nobody was even taking down.
One of those kill banners, well, Jabs here got 958 for 12 Fada.
Saxa takes the agility, of
Always
course.
Nice, always very, very nice.
Agility talent with Ethereal Blade on Nyx Assassin, by the way. Something we don't see very often, but he's sitting at that nice, you know, 220 edge.
Yeah, that's a shotgun blast and a half.
And now PPD has his own Aghanims with the Refresher Shard.
Whoa.
Soul Catcher.
Nice. So watch out. Oh. Force back up the high ground. He'll take it though, so we'll manage to finish off the tier 3 tower. Sax is able to creep a little closer.
Look how fast he heals when he's next to PPD.
On BKB for this push, he wants to try and finish off the racks, but now he's got to be careful. Buyback comes out for DJ, the BKB's going to work on Super Ace. Ace tries to stop, but Ace is dead.
Ooh.
He committed with the BKB just to hit the racks, but it's a low duration BKB nowadays. He's used it a lot, and that leaves him vulnerable. He's dead. DJ's able to chase down PPD. That's a buyback and a half from DJ, as he'll be able to set up for both of those kills.
Very nice, yeah. Super nice buyback,
I mean,
right?
that was a little too risky, right? You're hitting the racks and you're popping BKB to try and force that melee racks. Does the game really get that much better if you do get that melee racks?
No, they can still clear it. And also, they have their gyrocopter still dead. This was the time that they decided to force the high ground when they only had 4 heroes.
A little unnecessary from NIP.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, the racks, it's cool to get, but like you said, they have Nagasar, they can deal with
it's a 61-minute game. They're holding Fnatic in the base anyway.
Yes.
What does a melee racks matter? Right.
DJ, he fought back. He has a BKB. He's going to be able to live. He's looking pretty dead.
He's definitely
130.
Hang on. The rest of Fnatic are coming in. They've got the Hex on the Fada. Fada's in trouble. It's only Saxa who's able to save him. BKB's still got it for 55 seconds. Albert has his though. Turns, rising Fada. He's got the Daedalus. He's got the crits. He's got the damage. Fada's dead. Now Jabs and Ahmed looking for more. Saxa and 33 split apart. The multicast coming to play. E-Blade as well. More multicast down on Ahmed. The Roots on a 33. Silence as well. Jabs surrounding the Ogre. The Hex is up. Has he got the damage? It's a very big. He's a big boy. He's a big boy. He's a big boy with cheese. Cheese will heal him up.
They're starting to get mana. Saxa, he's burrowed, so he's getting that mana regen. Jabs is going to get comboed.
And he's out of mana.
Uh-oh, Jabs.
He's out of mana.
Jabs.
And Jabs. Jabs. Oh, he's dead. He's dead. He's got buyback, but he's dead.
You can't underestimate these heroes in the late game. You see this Nyx burrow. You see this Ogre with an Aghanims. They're going to... You have so much mana as a Nagasar. He has 1,800 mana, so his intelligence, what, 150? These mana burns, they really hurt him when he does get hit by them. He can't be standing around there by himself. Oof.
Oh boy, there's 3 dead, no buyback.
That's the difference when you see the 60k gold lead, is that everybody on NIP is incredibly buff.
I mean, could you... Is there not temptation to just buyback on Fada and end the game? There's 3 dead for 30 plus seconds without buyback. You can end the game here, right? It's only going to be Arbed and Jabs defending, or...
I mean, more
you still play it cool, they're playing it safe?
They probably play it safe, but they've been playing it safe for the majority of this game.
They've been playing it very safe. They've got a 61k lead and they haven't quite managed to close it up.
My God. Right, there they go.
That's the first and only available buyback. Only 20 seconds now for the full lineup to be back in the game. They'll have to probably concede a second set of racks here mid.
Do they just go tier 4s? Or do they just go for the Megas? They're going for tier 4s. They have a DD on Ace.
They take these...
They kill it very fast.
Quick. Song will slow it. They are very grouped up. Nice, not wanting to poke the rush out. PPD pops the BKB walks.
Holding them out.
They've got the full 5. Oh, the multi-guard takes! He gets the through with them! The death one as well! The stop for 33! Ahmed just got his head out lead. Will finally close up a 70k gold lead victory. They'll get it. They'll finish the game. They'll win the game. What a game it was. Fnatic nearly able to hold on.
Yeah, around that, like what? I think it was around like the 35-minute mark where it looked like Fnatic had this great position to be able to do it, and then that bottom fight happened, and Ace gets that